Hey everyone, welcome to class. Today's Pilates class is going to be a class for all levels. So go ahead and get your mat out. We're going to get started right away. Make sure you're somewhere where you're comfortable, where you have room to really open your arms and move around a little bit. Give yourself some personal space. If you're taking this class with some friends today, the great thing about our all levels class is it's really for everyone. So go ahead, find that comfortable seated position on your mat, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So sitting tall, if you want to lay on your mat, you're welcome to. Just remember that I like to cue through a seated position when I have you sitting up. So you're welcome to lay down, but just be prepared for us to meet you there eventually. So go ahead and close your eyes, and we're going to relax a little bit. It's really important that we take some time to center ourselves and really make that connection between the mind and the body. Because if you've had a lot going on throughout your day, or you know you have a lot coming up, it can really throw us off a little bit. So now's the time to really close your eyes, draw your focus inward, and make that mind-body connection with your breath. So sitting tall, reaching through the crown of your head, relax those shoulders. So I want you to imagine you have on a pair of jeans, and I want you to just melt those shoulder blades down your spine and tuck those shoulder blades into your imaginary jean pockets. Sitting a little bit taller as if there were a string attached right at the crown of your head and someone were standing above you and just pulling on that string gently to lengthen your spine, allowing your tailbone to anchor you into your mat, and you become aware of your abdominals just a little bit more as you feel that energy drawing the belly button toward the spine. Relax those shoulders back and away from the ears and take a nice deep breath in through your nose and exhale long through your mouth. So we want to transition out of our shallow everyday breathing. I like to say that breathing we do for life that we really don't have to think about. And I want you to move into a little bit deeper into your diaphragm. So wake up that thin little muscle right below your lungs and really engage in through the nose, fill the lungs, and exhale long through the mouth, letting out all of that residual air that floats around down there. Breathe. Open the chest, sit proud, letting the tailbone be your anchor into your mat. Now, with each exhale, I want you to feel your powerhouse getting a little bit stronger. So rectus abdominis, gently drawing the belly button toward the spine like we mentioned a little bit earlier, then traveling a little bit deeper into your pelvic floor as if you have that full bladder, and I'm asking you to hold that in. There's no relief in sight. You've got to hold it. That's your pelvic floor lifting and activating to support the structure below it, your bones. And then that energy is going to travel a little bit deeper into the inner thighs, the buttocks, and the hamstrings. All of those lower, larger muscles kind of gripping their bones, getting ready to help create the movement. On your next deep breath in, let's lift those shoulders up. Exhale as you release them back and down the spine. Let's exaggerate that movement. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release back and away. The fingertips are going to come out to the sides. Take a deep breath in, lift those arms up. Exhale, open wide, let the arms float to your sides. We're trying to use the breath to oxygenate the blood and the brain. Inhale and lift again, arms up, eyelids softly closed. Exhale, let those arms release down. Now as your fingertips touch your mat, give me one more big roll of your shoulders up to your ears and exaggerate that release back and down your spine. Now we're going to do two more little stretches for our hips. Fingertips are going to come out in front of the legs. I want you to drop your chin toward your chest, tuck in your rib cage, round your back, and start walking your arms out. So this little stretch is going to go down your back, into your hips. Let your head and neck fall right through your arms and walk those fingertips out. Now don't force the stretch, mostly just gravity
and the weight of your upper body are creating the stretch for you. But help it out a little bit here. Walk those fingertips out, keep the shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, get a little bit deeper. And let's start to walk those hands back. So press away from your legs, scoop out your belly. Round your back, articulating your spine, drag those arms in. Breathe, stack the vertebrae, and I'm gonna have you do it one more time, but without disturbing your body too much. I want you to switch those legs out. So the one in front is now gonna be behind. Nice smooth transition right there. Fingertips right back out in front of your legs. Relax your shoulders. And I want you to walk those arms out again, letting your upper body fold right over your legs. Drop your head down. Relax the shoulders and breathe. Let your head and neck once again fall right through. Feel that stretch, just balancing out the body from right to left here. Deep breath in for a nice lengthening of the neck and the spine. As you exhale, get deeper into that stretch. Walk those fingertips out. And start walking back. Tuck in the rib cage. Articulate your spine as you scoop out the belly. We're gonna roll up to a neutral position, continuing to breathe, keeping the powerhouse strong. Sit tall, take one more deep breath in right here. Exhale long and begin to open your eyes. Nice work with that centering time, you guys. Let's turn and get ready for our roll down, roll up. So we're gonna go ahead and release ourselves off to one side here. Now, since we're doing all levels today, I'm going to show you all of the variations that we go through, and we're just going to kind of work through them together. So you listen to your body and you do what you can do. You do what feels best for you today, because every day is different. So one day you might feel a little bit stronger, one day you might be a little more fatigued. So just respond to that. It's good to listen to your body and kind of just take it at your pace. So make sure you have enough space on the mat behind you, so when you roll down, you're landing onto that nice soft surface, okay? And that you have plenty of space around you so you can move around. Modified, I want you to take that bent knee position where you find your hip bones to the center of your kneecap all the way to that second toe. And then I want you to stick your feet into that imaginary block of wet cement. And as soon as they get down there, you stick them down. Don't let them come out. They're stuck to the floor now. If you're taking it a little bit more advanced, I want those legs out. Imaginary zipper on from the ankles all the way to the pelvic floor. A little external rotation from your hips. So instead of your legs running parallel right here, they're gonna rotate out, so you create what we call our Pilates V, from the big toe to the heel and right back up. And those legs are gonna anchor you down as well. Arms out in front, so modified, you're right here for me, keeping those inner thighs strong so your knees don't flare and they don't drop in on each other. Arms out, nice and strong, so your triceps are lifting to grip their bones, shoulders released away from your ears. We're gonna start moving, so just respond to your body, take a deep breath in, scoop out your belly, tuck your chin, and we're gonna start moving all the way down to the mat. Now I'm gonna slide my legs out to that extended position, one vertebrae at a time. The arms are gonna line up with the ears as the base of your head touches your mat. Nose and chin pointing straight up, no tilting back. Take a deep breath in, start to lift those arms up. They'll guide you right back up. Modified, stay in that crunch. Otherwise, all the way up you go. Reaching over those legs. Exhaling long to your stretch, and the inhale will guide you right back down. So modified, remember, you don't have to come all the way up. You can do that crunch, lift as much of your rib cage up off your mat as you can, and then go right back down to your mat. Breathe. Exhale as you stretch. We're gonna do it one more time. Inhale, lift. Tuck in the rib cage, keep your legs strong. Stretch over, don't collapse into your legs as if you're trying to touch the wall in front of you. Lengthen. Inhale, and we're gonna go right back down. Now, as soon as we touch down, we're gonna get into our series of 5. So get ready to move into a more advanced section of work here. So the arms are gonna relax, reach. Now, if your knees are bent right here, if you're in that modified position, I want you to slide those legs out. Stretch away from your belly button. Sometimes you'll see your cat do this. They'll stretch nice and long, relax your shoulders away from your ears, lengthen, reach through your toes and your fingertips, force those muscles to engage, and we're gonna reverse it right here. So pulling in nice and tight, pull your ball, knees into the chest, and gently rock yourself side to side. We're getting ourselves ready for our 100, you guys. Rock yourself to center and stay right here. So modified, go ahead and take those knees right out to table position. So your knees are stacked right over your hips, shins parallel to the floor. If you're going for that advanced movement, legs straight up, either parallel or external rotation, just depends on where you feel stronger. And then you're welcome to find that challenge point right before your back engages. You're gonna hold there too. So think about what your level is today. Arms are gonna hover right by your sides. Upper body engaged is gonna have you looking towards your belly button or the tops of your thighs. Modified, go ahead and stay with the mat through the upper body. Take a deep breath in, begin to pulse the arms up and down. Exhale long. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's almost like you're patting a little puddle of water out to the sides of you, and you're looking to just skim the surface of that water. Breathe, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want a nice strong movement, you guys, from the shoulders. So make sure you have strong neutral wrists. You're not flapping those hands around. Everything strong and coming from the shoulder joint. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use your breath, especially as you start to feel that lactic acid building. Use the oxygen to flush it out. Inhale and exhale. Find that position with your legs. Remember, you don't have to stay in just one spot. If you begin to fatigue, start modifying before you compromise your form. 2 more breaths, you guys. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath right here. Inhale and exhale. Hold right there. Breathe. Draw your legs into tabletop if they're not already there. Double leg, double arm stretch. We're only gonna do 3 of them, you guys, so give me really strong movements. Stay with your breath. Inhale and lengthen away from your belly button. Exhale as you come back to center. Inhale, stretch. Don't let the lower back engage. Keep it relaxed. And exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bring it right back in. Rest the upper body back. Hold your tabletop and breathe. Going into our single bent leg stretch. So, modified. Upper body is going to stay at rest to your mat. We're all going to drag that left knee in and stretch our right leg out. So right leg kind of at a 45-degree angle. There's no need to go any lower. At that point, you just start bouncing. So stretch that leg 45. Feel the quadricep engaging. So it's pulling up on your kneecap and creating a nice long leg, taking as much bend out of that knee as you can. Right hand to the left knee, and then left hand to the ankle. Pull in. Upper body can remain at rest, and we're going to take a big backward bicycle pedal to the other side and hold. Breathe. For those of you who want to kick it up a notch, I want you to lift your upper body, put the tips of your shoulder blades right back into your mat, opening the chest, dropping the tops of your shoulders away from your ears, and we're going to bicycle pedal through 4 sets of 10. A little more advanced with the upper body. Your arms can hover or they can move with your legs. 4 sets, here we go. 1, 2, 3, no bouncing, everything's controlled. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold right here. Flex your feet, push through your heels, drive your energy through the heels like you're trying to push somebody away from you. 2 more sets of 10, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 more set, keep breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold it. Point the toes, legs in tabletop. I'm going to give your upper body a really quick break right here. Settle it back. Spider fingers right behind your ears. So you'll see we're moving pretty quickly through our poses. So just come down and rest if you need to. Listen to your body. You're on your own mat. That's one of the best things about it is you can rest, get your form again, and come right back into it when you're ready. So take those spider fingers right behind your ears, elbows wide. Relax the shoulders. So we're going to lift for our crisscross obliques. Upper body's going to engage and right back into that active upper body as you look towards your belly button. Now modified, your legs are going to stay quiet through this movement and you'll twist, just lifting the shoulder blades, and you can take it even more modified to the floor with the legs if you like. Otherwise, I'm going to encourage you to lift your legs and bicycle pedal them in conjunction with the upper body. So left knee's going to come in, right leg's going to go out, and we're going to take that right shoulder across. Look back to your left elbow because it will force your internal and external obliques to engage a little bit deeper. And then we're going to take it to the other side and hold. Look back to that elbow. Hold and breathe for 4 sets of 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shoulder blades up, you guys. Keep breathing. 3, 4, 5, 6. Look back to that elbow. 8, 9. Hold right here. Keep breathing. Let's flex the feet again. Drive through the heels. Here we go. 1, 2. Nice, deliberate side-to-side movements. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more set. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold it. Point your toes. Legs in tabletop position for me now. Here's that extra bit of challenge. Just 2 double leg lower and lifts. So if you want that modified pose, you guys, let the upper body rest back. Make a little diamond with your hands and tuck that diamond right under your hips for a little more support to your back and assistance through the abdominals. And then we're all gonna lift those legs straight up. Now, if you're not looking for that assistance today with your hands, pull them out, arms right by your sides, and we're going to lift, arms hovering. Again, tips of your shoulder blades right in your mat. Double leg lowered. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Keeping your lower back at rest. So imaginary seatbelt on, pull it tight, and make sure that your back remains quiet through this movement. Take a deep breath in and lower those legs. Exhale, lift. Good. Inhale, lower. Don't let the back engage. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 2 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 1 more time. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Hold those legs up and find your recovery. If you want tabletop, if you want to settle the upper body, you can come all the way to your mat. But hold here and breathe. Keep your powerhouse strong. Use your breath. Shoulders spread out across your mat. Breathe. 1 more time. We're going to do our little scissor over and under, heel and ankle, and then we're moving on. Take a deep breath in. Lift those legs up. Let's go. Everyone comes together. Exhale as you lower your legs. Peel away from your mat with the head, neck, and shoulders. Let's scissor over and under, heel and ankle. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold those legs side by side. Breathe, you guys. Hold. Keep that belly strong. You don't want to feel any activation through the lower back. Keep it strong, but at rest. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift. Give those knees a big hug. Good job. Rest the upper body back. We're gonna do a little bit of stretching here, so really take advantage of this. Your body should be warm right now. You feel a little bit hotter through the skin, maybe sweating a little bit here. I'm gonna have you bring your feet down to your mat and take those arms out to cross. So we're gonna do 2 stretches right here before we move on. Let me move my little towel there. All right, arms by your sides, or excuse me, out to your sides, I should say, in cross position. And then I want you to take your right leg over your left. So 2 stretches here. We're gonna drop to the left side. So both legs to the left. There you go. And then turn your chin to the right. So keep your shoulder blades down. So if you feel that opposing shoulder blade lifting, you've just gone too far. Bring those legs up a little bit until you can put that shoulder blade back into your mat. And then your chin turns to the right. And just take some nice deep breaths in and out. We're still in an active stretch, so I want you to make sure that you don't release your abdominals. Your powerhouse is still strong. I'm doing a quick 15 count in my head for us on this stretch. On your next deep breath in, pull those legs to center. Exhale, turn your chin to neutral position. Stay right here. Now your legs are going to the right. This is for your IT band. So both legs, keep them where they are. Drop your legs to the right, turn your chin to the left. Your IT band connects from the top of your hip bone to the outside of your knee. And it's a nice long area of connective tissue that gets really tight, especially if you like to walk or you actually sit at a desk a lot. It can get tight and it can be quite uncomfortable for your hips and your knees. So stretching this out is a good idea while you're nice and warm. So hold that stretch again. Keep those shoulder blades down. Breathe. On your next deep breath in, pull the knees back to center. Exhale as you find your neutral spine and then release that leg. Let's switch it to the other side. Left leg over the right. And we're dropping to the right side. Turn your chin to the left again. Off you go. Breathe. Just getting a little twist here. In Pilates, the flexibility aspect of class is just as important as the strength. This helps us to make smarter, safer movements because our body is just willing to do more. And our muscles can go a little bit farther. So take advantage of the stretching. Don't try and rush out of it. Deep breath in. We're going to pull those knees to center. Exhale as you find your neutral position. Then off to the left you go with your legs. Turn your chin to the right. This one's for the IT band. Let the weight of that top leg pull down. Feel a nice stretch from the hip bone all the way to the knee. Shouldn't be too uncomfortable. Actually should feel pretty good right here unless you're super, super tight. Turn your chin to the right, and as always, keep those shoulder blades down. So take advantage of this stretch. This is the last little break we're gonna have for a while. So come back to your diaphragm, breathe, pull those knees back to center, come back to neutral position, draw the knees into the chest and hug them tight, pull in. Now we're gonna rock and roll up. So if you want to come with me onto the tailbone, great. If you're feeling like you wanna modify it a little bit more, I'm gonna have you bring your feet back to the mat, roll off to one side, and you're gonna come up right here. Otherwise, down you go. Onto your back, we're gonna rock and roll up once, balance, and then we're gonna swing our legs around. So tuck your chin to your chest, pull your knees in towards your forehead, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, roll yourself up, balance on your tailbone, let your stabilizers kick in, and then our feet are gonna come all the way down. Hands are gonna come behind, and I want you to pull your hips back right here. So we should all be sitting up, shoulders right over those hip bones, and then fingertips right out to the sides. So we're gonna forward fold stretch. What I want you to make sure you do before you go there is press the back of your knees into the mat, and when you forward fold, don't let them pop up because that's gonna be a really natural reaction because of a little bit of those tight hamstrings. The knees are gonna wanna pop up to accommodate that. Keep them down and really engage into that stretch, you guys. Here we go. Sitting tall, nice and proud, up and out of the hips. Inhale, lift those arms up. Exhale, forward fold, back of the knees into your mat. Reach toward your feet. Even if you can't get to your feet, that's okay. Just work your way down your legs and give yourself a nice challenging stretch. Relax your shoulders. Breathe. Inhale, reach through the crown of your head. Exhale, get a little bit deeper into your stretch. Scoop out your belly. Let's exaggerate this lift. Tuck in your rib cage, stack your spine, and gently roll yourself up, dragging your arms in. We're gonna come to a big shoulder roll up to the ears and release them back and down. Okay, you guys, we have a good amount of work to do on the other side. So swing those legs around, and we're gonna go right here. So modified, whether you're gonna modify or advanced, we're all gonna go in the same position as we move on. So right here in table position, we're on all fours. So you have to start thinking about your position of your shoulders, your elbows, and your wrists from here on out, because we're going to be in this prone belly down position pretty much for the remainder of class. So we've got to think about how we align our arms and then our knees and aspect to our hips here. So shoulders stacked right over the elbows, elbows right over the wrists. So bring those in, and then those inner creases of your elbows, I want you to turn them in toward each other to neutralize the shoulder. And then all of your fingers, including your thumbs, pointing straight ahead. Now, once you have that, it's hard if you don't have a mirror, so do your best. If you do happen to be near a mirror, use it, take advantage of it. Pull the abdominals in, give me a nice flat back. This is table position, so we're trying to recreate that form. And then toes tucked under. Knees are gonna lift 1 inch off of your mat, so no higher. If you lift higher, you start to lose the strength portion and you go more into a recovery. So toes tuck under, table plank right here. I want you to lift your knees just 1 inch or so. So you can drop your head, look to where your knees are, and then right back into neutral spine, looking just beyond that front edge of your mat, and you're gonna hold right here and breathe. This is gonna kick in the front of your thighs, so your quadriceps are really gonna start working. You're gonna feel it. Breathe and hold. Remember, you're right on top of your mat, so if you need a break, just come down, catch your breath, let those muscles flush through, and then come right back into it. Push up and out of your arms. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Feel those legs firing. We're gonna move on, you guys. Right leg's gonna stretch back, then the left leg. Modified, you can take your knees from here if you need to. Your hands should be right where they already need to be. Otherwise, staying on your toes. Hold and breathe. Now modified, if you took it to your knees, I'm gonna need you to come onto your toes just for a quick second. So if you're right here, I'm gonna have you tuck those toes under, lift the knees up, and we're all gonna pick up the hips, drop your head and neck right through your arms, open your feet hip width, so putting about 3 or 4 inches between your feet. And then we're gonna start walking back. So walk toward your feet, roll back into your heels, and a nice standing hang right here. Drop your head all the way down and just let your upper body create a nice gentle stretch for the back of your legs. You can cross at the elbow. You can just let your arms hang down. If you want a deeper stretch, you can wrap your arms around your legs, pull yourself in. Drop your head all the way down and breathe. Whatever feels best for you with the upper body. Deep breaths in and out. Now we're gonna come back here. So we're gonna go right back out to our plank position, but we'll be back here in just a moment. So with respect to your hamstrings, if you need to, soften your knees, bring your hands back to the mat, look to that space between your thumbs, and start walking right back out. Now those of you who are gonna modify onto the knees, as soon as you get out, go ahead and come down to them. Line up your shoulders, your elbows, and your wrists, and gaze right beyond your front edge of your mat. Hold and breathe. Pull your belly in. We don't want the hips above the shoulders, and we want to avoid any sway through the lower back. So pull in nice and tight. Breathe, keeping those hips just below your shoulders. Strong squeeze into the buttocks. Lift And then the elbows are going to guide us into the elbows are going to guide into the rib cage as we lower to our mat. Chest leads us down. Here we go, all the way down. Nice work, you guys. Okay, so we're going to take those arms out in front. We're going to get through our swimming pose. And then we're going to roll and do a little bit of leg work. So looking straight down to your mat, your nose is hovering just above. Arms reaching out in front of you, legs hip width, maybe a teeny bit wider. It's not too crucial that you're straight out from your hip bones on this one. And then lift your belly, squeeze into your buttocks, your pelvic floor engages, and your diaphragm is still active. We're gonna lift into our Superman float. Getting ready for swimming pose. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lift upper and lower body, breathe. You're gonna feel your hip bones pressing deeper into your mat. Feel your body responding to what you're asking it to do. Let's flutter kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't pick up your head. Look straight down to your mat and try and take as much of your thighs up off of the mat as you can. Remember, this movement comes from the shoulders and the hips, not the knees, and your wrists stay strong and neutral. Let's kick for one more set of 10. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Breathe, stay up. Feel your lower back working without pain. Slowly begin to lower down. And as the tops of your feet touch your mat, what I want you to do is roll onto your right side. So I'm going to have you rolling over right here. Now, if that has you facing away from your TV, or if you can't see me, just go ahead and move yourself to the other side. Doesn't really matter. I just want to make sure you're on one side, you're nice and strong, stacked on top of your hip. I'm just rolling so I can look at you guys. So this is my right side. Resting your head down on your arm. What I want you to do is take your free arm, your left arm, right out in front of you to help stabilize you. And then we're gonna go ahead and take those legs. They're stacked right now. I want you to imagine I put a glass of water on your hip, and you don't wanna lose that glass, so you can't roll forward and you can't roll backwards. Everything stays nice and tall. And then I want you to rest your head on your arm, take this free arm out in front to stabilize you, and then once you're balanced, if you wanna challenge yourself a little bit more, you can take your hand away from the floor. Let your stabilizers work a little bit harder. All right, top leg's gonna lift, hold and breathe. We're gonna circle forward right here. So imagine I put a little crayon on your big toe and we're drawing the most perfect, let's call them softballs, out in front of you. So drawing through the big toe, using that outer thigh. Now I have your upper body resting. For those of you who'd like to advance a little bit further, I want you to pop up. Keep that leg moving and put your shoulder right over your elbow. So you're not out here, you're right here, stacked right on top. Keeping your shoulder relaxed, upper body strong, and you're gonna start feeling your outer thigh a little bit. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. You're gonna start waking up that outer thigh a little, hold it, and reverse. So drawing those softballs, and now you're going backwards. So I like to give you a little visual of a size that I want those circles. Otherwise we start getting bigger and bigger and momentum starts taking over, and we don't want that. Because once momentum takes over, you lose the majority of the work that you're trying to get. Now I am already feeling my outer thigh here. Breathe. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold right here. We're gonna kick it up a notch. I want you to flex your foot, turn your toes down so your heel's trying to go up toward the ceiling, and we're gonna pulse up for 2 sets of 10. Here we go. Pulse 1, 2, watch your upper body, don't sink into it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it. Point your toes. Breathe. Hold it up. and bring that leg down. Now I want you to roll right back onto your belly. So come on down, roll yourself over, knees or toes, thumbs right outside of the chest, elbows hug the rib cage, give it a big shoulder roll up to your ears, back and down, back to your plank, knees or toes. Take a deep breath, exhale, lift. Modified, you'll be on your knees right here. Now for those, so if you're on your knees, it's fine. We're gonna stay here for a moment. I want you to take that leg you just worked. So for me, it was my left leg, but you should still be able to feel that outer thigh. Lift that leg up that you just worked and pull that knee through your hands. Extend the opposite leg out behind you. Let it be your anchor and let your upper body fold right over. This is pigeon pose. So for those of you who might have some tight hips, I want you to stay on top of that shin. If you're feeling a little more flexible today, come out, pull that leg out from underneath you, and then roll yourself forward and let your upper body fold right over your leg. Drop your head down and take advantage of this stretch, you guys. This is a really, really nice stretch for your hips. Relax your shoulders, breathe. Now we're gonna add on a little bit. We're gonna go into a slight back bend. So walk your hands back, thumbs right outside of your knee, push up, slight back bend. Lift your chin just gently so you're gazing up toward the sky. Shoulders release away from your ears. Now here's the third step to our stretch. Now this one's completely optional. Yeah, that leg behind you, the knee's gonna bend, and your hand on the same side is gonna come around and grab your instep. So if it's your right leg, it's your right arm, and vice versa. Adding your quadricep into the stretch. So release your shoulders away from your ears. Try not to shrug. You wanna release any of that, any stress or tension in the upper body right here. Hold. Just doing that quick count in my head again, and then let that leg go. Hands come down, tuck your toes under in the back, lift yourself up, find your plank again. So modified, go ahead and take those knees. Move yourself around, it's okay. You're not necessarily always gonna lift in exactly the right position. Shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, breathe. Let your body, your muscles come together to support your structure in the most challenging position you can do with the best form you can hold. We never let our ego guide our movement. We let our form do that and the strength that we're building. All right, modified, if you're on your knees, I need you to come onto your toes for a quick second and then hips up. Open your feet hip width, press the heels toward the floor. Last time, we're gonna walk toward those feet. Roll back into your heels, standing forward hang right here. Remember, you can cross at the elbows, you can just let the elbows or the arms hang heavy, or you can wrap your arms around your legs. Whichever works for you. Breathe, drop your head all the way down. Catch your breath right here. And we're going right back out. So again, if you've got those tight hamstrings, feel free to put a little flexion in your knee to get your hands flush to the floor. If you're comfortable with keeping those legs straight, good, take advantage of it. Look to that space between your thumbs, and here we go, walking right back out. Out you go. Find your plank and hold it. Breathe. Fingertips pointing straight ahead, no swaying or sagging through those hips. And if your hips come above your shoulders, guys, I need you to bring them back down because you're losing the effect of the plank. You're no longer in plank, you're working toward that downward dog again. Breathe. The elbows are going to guide us into the mat as the chest leads us all the way down. Here we go. Now we still need to do that leg work on the other side, but first I want you to make yourself a pillow. So one arm down, the other on top, and then forehead down on top of that. So relax your upper body, let your legs do all of the work right here. Breathe, reach those legs out behind you as if somebody had a hold of your ankles and they were gently pulling on them. I want you to let them pull on those ankles and lift your legs up. So since your upper body is at rest, try and put a little more energy into the lower body. Squeeze into your buttocks. Protect your back by lifting your belly muscles. Feel your body responding. Let's turn the heels in, flex our feet, and heel tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more sets. 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing, you guys. Make sure those heels are tapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. Point your toes. Now keep your heels together. Forehead down. Breathe. Engage those inner thighs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and legs down. Good. Keep your body strong. As soon as the tops of your feet touch, I want you to gently pick up your head. Pull your arms out. Thumbs right outside of your chest. Relax those shoulders and roll it back. Breathe. Deep breaths in and out. Knees or toes. Now we still need to work the leg on the other side, but I want you in plank for 1 more second and then we'll come back to the mat. Knees or toes. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lift up. Push out of your mat into your arms. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Give me a nice strong plank, you guys. We're winding up our time, so I need you to give me some good work here. Deep breaths in and out. Remember, we always want to feel more powerful and stronger when we leave class. We don't want to feel beat down or like we're too exhausted to complete our day. We want to make sure that what you're doing throughout your day just is that much more enjoyable, that much more effortless and efficient. Breathe. Elbows are going to slide into the rib cage. Down you go again. All the way down. Now I want you to stay there. I'm actually going to come up and flip myself around because I want to make sure I can face you. So I'm coming up. You stay where you are on your belly. And I'm going to flip myself around because I want to face you for the other side. So down I go. All right, so we rolled onto our right side before. I want you to roll onto your left side. Arm out, hips stacked right here. So put that glass of water right back on this hip and make sure that it doesn't fall off, so you don't get to roll forward and you don't get to roll back. Everything stays stacked. Now, if you stayed down here, if you found this to be the best position for your upper body on the other side, mirror it on this side. So we want to create a balance, a symmetry from right to left. So you're going to stay right here. The hand will stay in front to help balance you. If you found yourself happier in that more propped up position, you felt strong, like you could keep your shoulder and your elbows stacked, then I want you to challenge yourselves. Try and stay here. It forces your stabilizers to work a little bit harder, and you have to work to not sink into that shoulder. So everything stays aligned. You stay up and out of that joint and keep those hips stacked. So we're gonna be right here, legs gonna lift up. No need to go really any higher than your hip bone. So straight out from the hip, and we're gonna draw those softballs, okay, right here. So I put that crayon on your big toe, and you're making those softball-sized circles right out in front of you. Breathe. Remember, get water whenever you need it. Hopefully you're staying hydrated. Deep breaths in and out. Watch the upper body. Do a little check from head to toe every once in a while. Make sure you have your form. If you're up here with me, make sure that shoulder isn't popping out. And if you feel the fatigue setting in and you're compromising your form, just take that arm out. If you already are resting on your arm, just come down a little bit. Take a breather, 1, 2, and then come back to us. Hold. Small, deliberate movement to get deeper to those smaller muscles that really hold the structure together. For 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, and reverse. Breathe. Feel that outer thigh kicking in. My right leg always tires faster than my left, so I definitely am feeling it right now. I've got shaky muscles going on. Inhale and exhale for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Here's a little more challenge. Flex your foot, turn your toes down, heel up as best you can. Let's pulse up, press, press. There you go. Push up, 10, 9, 8, 7, yikes, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it, point your toes, keep that leg lifted, breathe, hold it, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Good job, you guys. Let's roll back onto our belly right here. Onto your belly, right back into your plank we go. So thumbs outside of the chest, elbows hugging the rib cage. Roll those shoulders up to the ears, back and down, knees or toes. Take your deep breath. Belly lifted, exhale, up you go. Move yourself around. Now we've got to get into that pigeon pose on this side. Breathe. So the leg you just worked, we're going to lift that leg up, drag it through our hands, and extend the opposite leg out beside or behind us. So keep it strong, and then remember, if you stay up on that shin, it's gonna modify the stretch a little bit. If you pull that leg out and come down with your hip, it's gonna advance that stretch a bit more, and then the upper body's gonna come right over the leg. Drop your head all the way down and take advantage of the stretch. You guys, breathe. Get a little bit deeper with each exhale. Let those muscle fibers go a little bit farther. Deep breaths in and out. Drop your head all the way down. Now we're adding on those stretches here. Let's go ahead and lift. Walk those hands all the way back so they're outside of the knee. Lift your chest. Slight back bend, chin. Gently lifting to gaze up toward the ceiling or to the sky, wherever you are. Shoulders away from the ears, so no shrugging. Breathe. Here's the third step. If you want, bend that back knee. The hand on the same side comes around and grabs the instep. So if it's your left leg, it's your left arm. Deep breaths in and out. This is completely optional. Hold. And let that leg go. Bring your hands back, drop your chin, tuck your toes under, and pull yourself out. Last time finding your plank, you guys, last time. Good form for me, please. Shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, fingertips pointing straight ahead. Look just out beyond that mat. Don't drop your head. Don't let your neck get lazy. Push out of your arms, squeeze into your buttocks, hold and breathe. Lift your belly, deep breaths in and out. Inhale and exhale. Now I'm going to do a really quick 20 count in my head, and then we're going to come down to child's pose. So breathe. Stay strong. Don't worry if you start to shake a little bit, it's okay. Just means those muscles are working on you. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and bring your knees down. Drop your hips right back over your ankles. Arms out in front, and then wrap them around your legs. Deep breaths in and out. Shoulders relax. Take those deep breaths. If you've lost your connection with your breath, which is perfectly fine, I know there's a lot to think about in Pilates, but if you've lost that connection, come back to it. Engage the diaphragm. It's never too late to really oxygenate the blood, the body, and the brain. Let's drag those arms in, settle them down right in front of your knees, hands down, and we're going to press away from the legs. And I want you to come back, have a seat, take those legs right out in front of you. So we're going to stretch it out a little bit here.
So go ahead and let your heels land right on the edges of your mat. We call this stride position. Flex your feet so you're drawing your toes towards your shins, and then sit nice and tall. So shoulders stacked right over your hips, everything's aligned, and then I want you to try and avoid letting your weight sink into your hips. That's something we tend to do a lot. So taking your weight up and out of your hips, shoulders relaxed, reach through the crown of your head, take those arms out to cross position right here. So back of your knees into your mat. Don't let them pop up. Arms out to cross. We're going to do our saw stretch. Just one on either side. So take a deep breath in and twist. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your head like you're sawing off those little toes with your fingers. Chin to the chest, palm faces up. Breathe. Inhale and lift, roll up, scoop out your belly, stack your spine, find your center as you exhale. Take a deep breath in and twist. Exhale, forward fold, stretch, get into it, really use your breath. You're doing great. Keep those knees down. Inhale and slowly stack your spine. Exhale, find your center. Bring those arms down as your fingertips touch your mat. Shoulder roll up to your ears. Release back and away. Okay, let's turn and face each other right here. So find a nice center on your mat, and then soles of your feet are gonna come together. So we just have a couple more stretches, then we're gonna do a little centering time again, just like we did when we started, and you're all done for your hour. So soles of your feet come together, and I want you to work your heels as close to your hips as you can, holding on to either your ankles or your toes, and then I just want you to tuck your chin to your chest, drop yourself right over your legs. Now this is called cobbler's pose, and it's for our inner thighs. I don't want you to push too deeply into your knees with your elbows. These muscles strain really easily. So just a little assistance there, drop your upper body, and then for the most part, just gravity and the weight of your upper body are creating this stretch for you. Relax your shoulders. Now, if you're super flexible in your hips right here and your knees are already touching the floor, just go with it. Do your best to get your upper body as far over you as you can. Shoulders relaxing, pull the belly in tight. Drop your chin all the way to your chest and just enjoy the stretch for a moment. Draw your breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time right here. Nice deep breaths in and out. And slowly begin to lift. And we're gonna come all the way up. Crisscross those legs for me. If this is not comfortable for you, take one leg out to a straddle, make it your right leg, and then we'll switch so we can all go to the same side. So if crisscross is okay for your hips and your knees, I would encourage you to go there. Fingertips out to the sides. We're gonna take a deep breath in, lift those arms up. As you exhale, turn to your left. Find that bent knee. Your hand's gonna come around behind you and you're gonna get a nice little twist. Now don't sink back into that left arm. Keep your shoulders right over your hips and twist. The chin is gonna come around, breathe. Looking back to that left hand, take that stretch, one more deep breath, and release it. Now, if you're sitting in that position where one leg is out, one knee's bent, I need you to switch it out. So you'll be right here. Right knee in, left leg out. Fingertips out to the sides, take a deep breath in, lift up. Exhale, twist to your right, and find that bent knee. Swing that right arm behind you and stay nice and tall. Don't drop don't drop behind you. Keep your weight right over your hips. Press into that twist and breathe. A little bit deeper with each exhale. And
And slowly release your twist. Now's the time to find your final seated position, or your final resting position, I should say, because if you want to lay on your mat, you're welcome to. Relax those shoulders, eyelids softly closed. Now we're really going to come back to the breath, quiet the mind. Allow yourself to draw your focus inward for just one more minute. Breathe. Feel the rib cage expand and relax with each cycle of the breath. I want your goal to be for the remainder of your day, whatever you have left or well into tomorrow, to think about sitting tall. Keep the powerhouse energized. Try to draw your weight up and out of your hips while you drive, or you sit at your desk, or you're in a waiting room somewhere. I want you to think about keeping your pelvic floor lifted, taking those shoulders away from your ears, and just showing everyone around you how strong and proud you are. Reach through the crown of your head. As you release your breath for your next exhale, go ahead and let your chin come to your chest, finding center, and we're going to roll those ears side to side. Take that pendulum motion from shoulder to shoulder. And just release the neck a little bit. Let it take a break. Stretch it out. Breathe deeply in and out. As your chin passes through center this final time, let it hang down. Let's take those fingertips out to the sides, gently touching the mat. Elbows are soft. Take a deep breath in, lift those arms up, lift your chin as if you're looking to your fingertips. Exhale, open wide, drop the chin all the way down. One more time, you guys. Inhale and lift. Exhale, open wide. Let the arms float down. Find your neutral spine, sit tall. Let your arms rest where they're most comfortable, either out to your sides, in your lap, maybe bringing your hands to your knees, and then just allow your palms to face up. Relaxing your fingertips. Keep breathing, drawing the breath deliberately in through the nose, filling the lungs, and then letting it all out. Sit tall. Feel the pelvic floor lifting to kind of perch you up on top of your sits bones. Wiggle your toes and your fingertips, and when you are ready, take your final deep breath in. Exhale long through your mouth. In your time, begin to open your eyes. And thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.